What is going on, YouTube? It's good to be back again. Today we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be showing you how to do a muscle up, because a lot of you have been asking me, how do you do a muscle up? What do you do for workouts, pull-ups, push-ups, all these things. Show us how to do a muscle up. I've done a video on it in the past, but today I'm going to maybe put some different information and different spin to it, so you can get a different video out of, I guess, this muscle up video. But essentially today I'm going to be talking about why I do the muscle up and also how to do it, so you guys can learn to do it and then implement it into your workouts if that's something that you want to do. So one of the main reasons, one of the main reasons why I like to do the muscle up is it's a body weight movement. It doesn't require any weights, so you can literally do it at the park, you can do it at the gym, you can do it anywhere that you can find that bar. So it's like a pull-up. Yeah, you need more room to do a muscle up than a pull-up, but it's a full body workout. It's very, for me, it's like a squat clean. A squat clean is a great full body workout, including your legs. This is like the upper body version of it, in my opinion. So when you're doing a muscle up, your back's engaged, your rhomboids engaged, your core's engaged, your shoulders engaged, your arms are engaged, but also when you're finishing at the top, you're almost doing a dip motion, so it's almost like a chest movement at the same time. So you're working out your back, your chest, your arms, shoulders, everything. It's a great full body movement. So, how to do the muscle up. I'm gonna break it down to three easy steps for you guys to apply it to you trying to do a muscle up. And before you do a muscle up, you gotta, like, if you can't do one pull up, I wouldn't recommend you doing a muscle up. You gotta do at least 10. I mean, I know people that can only do 5, 6, 7 pull-ups, but they get a really good muscle up, I guess, movement down, and they get their form down really well. They can do it, but you wanna be able to do at least 10 solid pull-ups before you do a muscle up, in my opinion, in my experience, and the way I do my muscle up. So the muscle up is something that is, everyone does it differently, and not every one person's gonna do it the same way. And there's also different styles of doing muscle ups. There's gymnastic style where you're kipping and you're keeping your legs straight. There's strict where you're not using any momentum at all, it's all upper body. There's a hybrid way that I'm gonna show you, and that the way I learn is where you use your knees and a little bit of momentum, but you're still engaging your body and you're engaging your back and your chest. So it's more of a hybrid in a sense. That's the way I do it, that's the way I'm gonna teach you to do it. So if you do it one way or the other, it's not right or wrong. There's just different ways of doing it. So I'm gonna show you right now how I do it. First step.
This is real life, little home, that's why I stayed down. I done came up off that boy, look what I made now.
Okay, so the first step, as you guys can see, I'm just dead hanging. So I'm hanging straight down, my elbows are locked out. The first thing you want to think about doing is keeping your body straight up and down like a pencil, letting your arms and your shoulders go past your ears, front to back, right here. Do that a few times, get comfortable with that, and then we're gonna go to the next step.
Like Nike, I just do this, ain't a game now. I try to get a job, but they turn me down.
Okay, so the second step, you can see, I'm bringing my knees to my chest, and I'm coming away from the bar. I'm not going straight up. I think the biggest thing that people try to do is when they try to do a muscle up, they try to do too much of a muscle and not enough of an up, if that makes sense. So you want to go up and over this way, behind the bar, not straight up first, because the bar's not going to move. So you got to get around the bar. You can't go straight up into the bar and over. Like there's no physical way you can do a normal pull-up and go straight up and over, unless you're doing a strict muscle up, which we're not doing here. So the first goal for us is to be going away from the bar. So the first step, you got your shoulders through the ears, back and forth. That momentum carried from your knees to your chest, transferring the momentum from your knees to your hips, away from the bar is gonna set us up for the next movement, which is the third movement, which is going to be up and over the bar. So the third phase, the third step of how to do a muscle up is getting over the bar. So you got the first step, you got shoulders going front and back past your ears, right? Then you have the momentum from your shoulders and your knees. So your knees, like I said before, doing an ab raise almost, but having your knees come to your chest but not straight up and down motion, but diagonal motion, almost at a 45-degree angle away from the bar, like I said. And once you're away from the bar, you can then go over the bar once you get high enough. And as you saw, once you go over the bar, you can land in the bottom of a dip position and then dip up. If you really want to power it, you could kind of do a power muscle up to where you're landing locked up here, so you're not even really doing a dip. But for learning purposes and how I learn in a way that I think is easier, more obtainable, is catching it at the bottom of the dip and then kind of pressing your way up to finish out the muscle up. So those are the 3 parts, the 3 steps of how to do a muscle up. This is something that has helped me tremendously just by watching other people do a muscle up and seeing their body go kind of away from the bar. Because initially, if you're doing a muscle up with momentum with your knees, with transferring the momentum of your knees through your core, through your hips, up, over and up through the bar, that's the way that is, I think, is gonna help you learn your first muscle up. That has helped me do my first muscle up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Actually, here, I gotta add a few things before we end the video here. If you wanna do the muscle up, right, you gotta practice this every single day. Not every day, but you gotta do some sort of body weight movement every single day. Do pull-ups, do push-ups, get comfortable with your body. Because I tell a lot of people, like, at least a lot of people ask me, hey, how do you get better at pull-ups, push-ups, dips, calisthenics, muscle ups, any of these crazy plyometric movements that require your body weight, right? The same way a runner runs every day or 5 days a week, they're not going balls to the wall every day, doing 5 to 10 mile runs, sprinting and dying every single day. They'll do different variations, right? Some days will be 100-meter runs, some day will be 400-meter runs, some day will be cardio runs, some day will be hill work or stand work, some days will be maybe on the treadmill, some days will be way different than the day before. So that being said, a runner is gonna run almost every single day. So if you want to be, if your goal is to be the best at calisthenics, or the best at weightlifting, or best at squatting, or the best at doing muscle ups, or your goal is to do a muscle up, you got to do a form of something that's gonna relate to it every single day. Not saying you gotta do muscle ups every single day. Like for me, I do pull-ups every day, but I don't max out in pull-ups every day. I'm not doing 200 sets every day. Maybe I'll do 5 sets of 5 in one day just to warm up before my chest exercise. And 5 sets of 5 for me is something very easily obtained that I can do. Maybe for you, it's just doing 3 sets of 3, or 1 set of, or 3 sets of 1. Whatever, right? Whatever is easy for you, for your level, to where you could consistently get a compound effect over time. Because it's not about maxing out one day and doing, let's say, 5 sets of 10 and you're completely done, your back's fried, right? That's 50 sets for that day. Let's say you're so sore you can't do pull-ups for another week. Doesn't make any sense. You'd rather do maybe 3 sets of 3 and do that every single day and be able to get more pull-ups out of the week through compound effect over time. So what I'm saying is, if you want to do something, if you want to get a pull-up down, if you want to get a muscle up down, if you want to get anything down, if you want to drop your run time down, squat more, you got to do a form of what you want to do every single day. It's gonna, that's honestly what it's gonna take for you to learn something. You got to do it day in and day out. Not killing yourself, but just being consistent enough so your body can adapt and get better at that one plane of motion or whatever that goal is, right? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you want to see in the future. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the next vlog.